Look at the practical results of the court's ruling. It means that somebody's basically going to be able to go in and register the N-word. Now, how's that going to work out? I'm not sure.
Has anyone done that yet?
Not that I know of.
That could be a huge moneymaker right there. There was a case of a band that wanted to trademark its name, but there was a little bit of an issue there. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was called Mattal versus Tam in the United States Supreme Court, where a band called the Slants wanted to get a federal registration on that term for trademark. And the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has a rule, though, that says that you can't register a disparaging trademark.
So the Slants is a derogatory term for Asian people, I guess. It's not the most derogatory, but it is derogatory.
And so the Trademark Office denied the registration. So the Slants sued and took it all the way up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled that the regulation that said you can't register disparaging trademarks violated the First Amendment, reasoning that it constituted preferring one viewpoint over another.
One of the details of it, the band itself were made up of Asian Americans, and I think one of the band members said that the Slants was actually a way for them not only to kind of take back that term, but also it was a way of describing how they view the world. So it's like a different perspective, a different slant, if you will.
And so I think that, for the court to say this was a restriction on speech was sort of silly. The band could go around calling themselves the Slants all they want. All they could do is just register it as a trademark.
And there was an example too of, I believe it was the Washington Redskins a while back. They were refused a trademark as well for their name. Does this case change that?
It definitely does, because now what was denying the Redskins, why it was canceled was because of the disparaging trademark regulation. Now that has been reversed and they've kept their registration.
Do you think now the Redskins will even go further and try to get a new name that's even more derogatory?
I doubt it, because they still have a constituency. They need to respond to market forces, so I don't see why they would do that.
Great. Missing out. Opportunity.
The First Amendment was designed to allow political dissent. And, the court in a famous case said that, that debate is bound to be caustic and offensive to many, but we're going to tolerate that in order to make sure we have that sort of democratic discourse. And so to relate that principle to registering a federal trademark, I think is a little off the mark. Look at the practical results of the court's ruling. It means that somebody's basically going to be able to go in and register the N-word. Now, how's that going to work out? I'm not sure.
Has anyone done that yet?
Not that I know of.
That could be a huge moneymaker right there. So do you want to go in on that together?
I don't.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any questions about the First Amendment or free speech in general, let us know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure to click the little bell icon so you get notified anytime we release a new video.